Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here going to talk about the case study of the National Strata Management. The National Strata Management is located in the city, which want to manage the property and the services like the plumbing, cleaning, gardening. It has the different property sites and the different owners, and the National Strata Manager have to deal with this all. So this presentation will talk about mainly the entity relationship diagram ERT and normalization as a database tool. So we will talk about the briefing of entity relationship diagram as we can see in the uh, presentation, and then we reduce the different tables into the different normal form. So here look at our first process as a database tool, which is ERD. So we created the ERT, entity relationship diagram, listing all the possible entities. So as you can see here, we have list the entity title, which is denoted by the blue color, which is written in the uppercase, and then which is separate, and the primary key for each entity table is separated by the underline. So similarly, here we can see that the foreign key are also listed in the entities table, and the entities table is clearly showing the relationship between one entity to another entity and the one attribute to another attribute. Using the crow notation, we can see that the relationship between the entity, for example, we can see that the entity type service and the entity service has the relation one relationship with this entity. Then similarly, we can see that the many entities are given here, so we can easily identify the existing relationship between the entity. So let's go to our next process. The next process is of the normalization process. So we assume that employee ID, employee name, address, service ID, service as the entity from those ERD diagrams. So we create a table, and then it is the unwell stocks table, as it shows the two information, the employee information as well as the service information. So we try to reduce into the different normal forms. So here look at the first normal form. During the first normal form, we separate re remove the repeating groups. So the here the table is totally separated. One table is the employee name, so we can easily identify the by using employee name by using the employee ID, which is the determinant. So here employee ID is the determinant, and then we separated the service ID and the service table. So here look at our second normalization form. During the second normalization form, this is the first table. From the first table, we can there are the two composite primary key, employee ID and the service ID. So we separate the employee ID and employee. From the employee ID, we can determine the employee name. So we separated and remove the partial dependencies. So here look at our the third first is first normalization. So during the third normalization, we remove the transitive dependency. The transitive dependency means the tendency of non-key attribute is controlled by the another non-key quality. So during this, the repeated form was the electricity service ID S200 was repeated in the unwell structures table, but here we remove that is the transitive dependency, and we separate the ID and the service table. So here we go with this third normalization table. So during the last normalization is the BCNF table. During the BCNF table, we created the three table. We convert all the determinant into the candidate key, and we generate the employee and the service employee name. So we separated the employee ID can determine the employee name, and similarly employee name can determine the service. So here we make the relationship ERD and then the normalization, so which helps to estimate the data. Thank you.